Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's live crafting video session, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to quickly get a couple of things finished up, getting set up. I just need to pull up my the chat box over here, and then I think we're going to be all set and ready to go. I'm still in my work clothes because I got home from work 10 minutes ago. Luckily, I had everything pretty much, at least I want to say I had everything like designed, and then I got home and realized that I did not print out my pictures or my journaling. So, is this today? Yeah, this is the today one. So I did that really fast and then got us started. Okay, that should be good. Make sure my volume's off. Okay, so I'm hoping that will pull up here in just a few minutes. Today we are going to be working on, I have 3 different layouts that I have designed and planned. We'll see if I can get to them all, or if I only do 2, we'll see. But I do have a Project Life, I just realized I have this harsh light on. Oh, that's better. I have a 2 Project Life layouts to do in the 6x8 size, and then I have one kind of story to do for Father's Day. I have a Father's Day story, and these are all going to go into my June section of my yearbook album. So I'm not gonna dilly-dally around. Where's my stool? Oh, it's right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get everything switched around. We're gonna get started because we got a lot of work to do. So let me pull this down. How's everybody's day going? Everybody's week going? Today was an extra busy day at work. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Lacey. Okay, this is the precarious part, is getting this all into the right spot without, pressing buttons. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, we look pretty. We look pretty flat anyway. I think that'll be better. Okay, I think I got us level. Oh, maybe a little not level. Okay, I have to, yeah, as I've talked about before, the design of the Google phone. The Google phone I have really liked. It's been a really good phone. It's been a good transition. It feels a lot like an iPhone. The camera is really, really nice on the phone. There have been some things to get adjusted and used to on it after being an iPhone user since I started using smartphones. That's been interesting, but my biggest complaint is that the volume button is right in the middle of the side of the phone, right? Which you would think, oh, that's not a big deal, except every single mount that you get for a phone, whether it's a car mount or a camera mount or whatever it is, always grips the phone directly in the middle, and then it hits that button. So, and then causes your video to be blurry. So that is my single complaint on the phone. Well, I guess my biggest complaint on the phone. Every phone has complaints about them, but the thing that matters the most to me, which is the video and photo quality, is phenomenal, so I can deal with all the rest. It's okay. Okay, so in the beginning, if you weren't here, I mentioned that I just got home from work. So, and when I got home, I came up here to get everything situated. And of course, my desk was an absolute disaster, which normally it's not. You guys know me. I like things to be very tidy and clean, and I have a hard time working in a messy environment. So I quickly threw everything on my back cabinet. So now back there is a disaster instead. And, hi, cat. And then I realized that although I had designed these layouts like a week ago, 2 weeks ago even, I think it was 2 weeks ago I designed these. I was so proud of myself. I never realized that I didn't print off my pictures or journaling. So I got the packets out, which are right here, to put everything together. Hi, kitty kitty. You can't be there. You can't be there. I'm so sorry. I gotta move you. You can go right over here. There you go, buddy. Anyway, I got my packets out. Like, yes, I am prepared. I am so ready today. And okay, seriously, Kat, you can't be up here. And then I was like, wait, where are my photos? Where is the journaling? I did design these, right? You know, had a small moment of freak out and then just realized I needed to print them. So here we are, printing photos, printing stuff. I just have to cut it all out. So you can see how this prints out normally. It is, you know, in sections. So like this is going to be all of these pages journaling. And I just am trying to get the journaling sections down to as close to the writing as possible because that makes it easier to place on the different elements. And then I need to cut out my photos and then we'll actually get into, you know, assembling things. But so apologies. And I need to figure out where these go. So on the weekend, and the kids were back this week. Okay, these are going to go in here. And then Father's Day weekend is going to go in here. And this one, favorite moments of the week, goes in there. Okay, so there's journaling. We just got to get these photos printed. So, hi, Terry. Finished at the office and going home. Nice. It's the best feeling. And Haley and Brenda, hi. Happy Thursday. Is everybody working tomorrow? Do you have tomorrow off? Fun weekend plans? What are you all up to? What are you up to this weekend? I think we're going to end up having a partially very busy weekend and partially maybe, well, it's going to be busy. I'm not going to kid. Who am I kidding? It's going to be a really busy weekend. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be going to the office, but only for a half a day because I have been working my little butt off all week long. We normally, well, I bumped up my hours at the office. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, I now work until like 5:36. And then on, I'm like, what are the other days of the week called? On Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, I generally work a half a day. I get off more around like the 1:30 time because Izzy does like a day camp. And so I pick her up from camp. But on Mondays and Wednesdays, we have family and friends that pick her up so I can stay later. So I've been doing that. But then today we had one of our product partners, because as a firm, we work with product partners that help us to manage different components of finances. And one of those components is life insurance. And so we had our life insurance product partner come to our office all day today to hold meetings with clients that are either considering, already have, interested in what it would be like to have life insurance. And then in the process of that, learning a lot more about the benefits of life insurance, how it can be used, blah, 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 blah. And it's actually really, really interesting and cool to learn about. So we did that all day today, which meant that I needed to be at the office all day today. And so I left again at 6. So it's been like, 3 of my days this week have been working 10 hours. It's just a lot. So tomorrow I'm going in and I'm only working a couple of hours because at the same time, I also have to get my normal stuff done, So I'm going in to get my normal stuff done tomorrow and then just coming home after that. And then tomorrow night, May is coming over to spend the night with us again. It went really well. So last week, I think I told you guys that she was spending the night with us by herself. So no parents, just by herself. Last Friday. And I should also say that for anybody who doesn't know, May is my niece, who is Caitlin and Alex's daughter. And Alex is Aaron, my husband's twin brother. So, family. Caitlin and Alex are expecting their second child, and they are due I keep wanting to say August 3rd, but I think they're actually due August 7th. And I think I keep thinking the 3rd because May's birthday is on the 3rd. Anyway, they are due like next week, basically. They're probably going to have their baby next week. So May is going to come stay with us when they go into labor and go to the hospital. And she's never stayed at anyone's house other than her own house before. And she's definitely never stayed at anyone's house overnight without her parents that also was at someone else's house. So last week, she came over on Friday to stay with us to test it out and get her used to it so that when the day comes, it's not like, shock. And she did really, really good. Like, I feel like that happens a lot where, especially with like young kids, where you get in your head a little bit about, you're like, oh no, my kids are not going to do well overnight because they don't sleep well overnight or through the night at our own house. And so they're definitely are going to be bad at other people's houses or whatever. And then they go to other people's houses and they just go to bed and it's not a big deal. And you're like, yeah, that was totally fine. Like they were an angel, and then you pick your kid up and they say, oh, they were an angel and they went right to bed. And you're like, wait, what? What? So anyway, it was like that for us. Like it was easy peasy. So she's coming back again this weekend and she's going to stay the night again this Friday. Just getting used to that. And then when the baby comes, then she'll be with us probably for a couple days. So that's happening tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we have a birthday party. So the girl that I work with, my work partner, her name is Kate. So it gets confusing because there's Caitlin, my sister-in-law, and then there's Kate, my business partner, and then there's Crystal, who is me. So it's a lot of K's. So Kate, my business partner, has a son that is 1 month younger than May. So they're like 1 month apart. So his birthday party is on Saturday. So we're going to that at the museum. That will be fun. And May's going to come with us. So we got that going on. And then when did I tell you guys about my brother? So some of you may know, some of you may not know that there is a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of like family turmoil with my brother, my younger brother. There are there are 3 kids in my family. So it's me, who you all know and love. And then my sister Haley, who you guys have all gotten to know as well. Or if you haven't, you will. And then there's my brother who's in the middle of us. And there was a long period of time where my brother was estranged from our family. And just in the last couple of years, well, I don't want to say couple, maybe last year or so, it has, maybe the last year and a half, they've rekindled a little bit of a relationship with my parents, but then my brother and his wife to my sister and I remained estranged. And when was it? Like the beginning of July? Yes, it was actually when I was supposed to do the original Scrappy Sisters Live with Caitlin in June. So the second Tuesday, second Tuesday of July, we met my brother, my sister, my mom, and I met my brother, his wife, and their 3-month-old son. I think he's 3 months. Anyway, we met them for brunch here in Michigan. They were here visiting and for a conference or something, and were open to meeting with us. So we went to brunch with them and saw them in person for the first time in 4 years. And that was a really, really big deal. And, we didn't know how it was going to go. I was so glad that we already had canceled Scrappy Sisters Live, because if I hadn't have already, I would have, because, we didn't know if it was going to be okay. And it ended up going like remarkably well compared to what I thought it was going to be. So that's really good. So fast forward to this week, and my brother's wife called up my mom, said, hey, we have to come to Michigan because we need to go renew our passports, and can we stay at your house? Now, mind you, they haven't even been to my parents' house in like 6 years, which in that time, my parents sold their house, moved to an apartment, built a house, moved into that house, and have been living in that house for like 3 or 4 years. So they haven't been to their house in all that time. So they're like, can we come and stay at your house? And my parents are like, oh, yes, so it's like a really, really big deal. My mom got a hold of me and was like, hey, whatever you have plans this weekend, cancel it, which we couldn't cancel all of it, but they're like, cancel it and come over and come see your brother and his family. So we're going to go do that on Saturday evening, and it'll be the first time that my kids have seen my brother or his wife since, in 4 years. So Jonah was 8 months old the last time he was around my brother, and Isabella was 4. So it's going to be it'll be really interesting. I think it'll go really well. My kids like to show off around people. And by show off, I mean that they scream and run around and act like banshees. But, that's their way of dealing with awkward emotions, especially with people they don't know, that they just act like wild animals. And so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes, So it's I don't know. So it'll be a good, and same with Aaron. Aaron has not seen them in 4 years, none of us. Axel, her husband, hasn't seen them. It might even be longer than 4 years for him. It's just been a really long time. So it's a really big deal. We're excited. It seems like they're excited. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. It just means that the brunch that we did earlier in the year was kind of a turning point, I hope, We can only hope. So anyway, that's a big thing. And then in the middle of all that, if that wasn't enough, I also need to get all of my Studio Calico assignments done and turned in by Sunday, pretty much. I have to get all of that done. So I think tomorrow I'm going to come home from work and spend my day. Okay, for a minute there I was like, oh my God, did I print the wrong weeks? No, we're fine. I'm going to spend my day designing layouts and all of that so that on Sunday I can put them together because, oh my gosh, it's a lot. Oh, the family's getting home. So busy weekend ahead. Busy, busy, busy. What are you guys up to? I'm going to have to close that door. I didn't think they were going to be home. Okay, that's a different week. This is a different week. This is a different week. Different week. Oh no. This week. This week. Different week. And different week. Okay. So this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. Okay. Yay. Now we can actually get this stuff out and put things together. Woo. All right. Let me close this. They're going to be loud when they come up here. So, all right. I've been ignoring you all for a long time. So I'm going to go back. Let me go back to the beginning and see what you guys have. Afternoon slumps. Almost fell asleep during the schedule yesterday. Oh, no. Lacey, though, you have a lot going on. And have had a lot going on, mentally, emotionally, physically. So I don't blame you for getting tired and having afternoon slumps. Sounds to me like you just need to have a day. Oh, they're going to take a bath. Have a day that you come home and take a nap. There's got to be. You got to find a way. Find a way to do it. Just take a nap. That's what your body is saying. Must take nap. Okay, so for this layout, I am going to be using a Studio Calico kit. This is they have weird names. They have such, oh, I wrote it down. So I'm Lord help me if I can remember what these are called. Okay, this one is called Keep On Shining. Why? Why is that the name? I don't know. Just call it June or whatever this was. July 2023. I could remember that. Oh, this came out in July. Yes, I remember that. Anyway. kit. But now also this applies to the digital kit, because now you can get the Documenter Studio Calico kits as digitals, which is fabulous. So, but before that, you know, before you could take a digital card and turn it into a paper, my traveler's notebooks. Usually if I have an assignment for Studio Calico that requires me to use the traveler's notebook, which for this next kit, the layout that I am required to do, we're required to do 3, but they assign you a specific kit. So for this one, they said you must do 1 layout using only the traveler's notebook kit. And in that case, I will make a layout inside of the traveler's notebook so I can display it as inside the traveler's notebook. And then I cut the whole thing apart and I add the page that I make into sleeves, and I put that into my 6x8 book, because I'm not really documenting using traveler's notebooks right now. Not that I haven't in the past, not that I don't like it. It just, you know, I don't have time to do everything. So cut them apart, use them as paper. That's what I'm going to do. That's my favorite thing to do. So I'm going to begin by whittling these down to where I need them, which means I need a pencil so I can make the marks and know exactly where to cut them. And then we'll go from there. All right, let's see what else we got here. Brenda, you're off tomorrow? Woohoo! Nothing better than a Friday weekend day, like Friday start to the weekend. Yes, I probably should have taken tomorrow off, but I just really gotta get stuff done, you know. All right, let's see what you got here. Oh, Mallory's here. Hi, Mallory. No, my brother was not invited to my sister's wedding. Which was on him, really, because they had an opportunity to make small amends that would have made it not super awkward to have him there, and he did not do anything. He chose not to. And so Haley had made the decision, and she might have already responded to this. Haley made the decision that she didn't want her wedding to be something that was shrouded with family drama, and decided that no, he wasn't going to be invited. So no, he wasn't. And it wasn't an easy decision on anybody, but most of all on Haley and Axel. It wasn't easy. You know. Okay, so actually I'm going to cut this a little bit further. Oh yeah, and Haley, you did. Yes, Haley, I saw that Studio Calico. Okay, I'm gonna come back to yours, Lacey. Haley, I saw your pictures of Sophia on Facebook and Instagram. Her like smiley, like goon face. She's so stinking cute. But yeah, that is the best stage of all, when they start to get all smiley and stuff. It's literally the best. Okay, so I think what I need to do, well, okay, I know I want to do like, what do I want you to be? Maybe like to this section. We'll just cut 2 pieces right there and then see where that goes. Okay, so do like that. And then I want one more, but I'll figure that out later. Okay, so like for my title piece here, I know I wanted this. I know I wanted some like yellow to put on the top and the bottom, just to add some detail. Plus, I'm going to use this other places, and that'll help to tie it in. Yeah, that'll be cute. And then I'm going to put journaling down here. So I'm actually going to put this on right now because this is going to help me determine how much yellow to add to the top. So let's put you on here. Okay. Right, and then this is going to go up here. So this helps me kind of measure that. So we're going to put a little mark here, and that'll be good. Okay. Ah, the water has been turned off. All right, let's see here. Okay, so what is Studio Calico? Layouts done early just in case. Oh, Story Kit Crush. I was like, what is what is STC? Aha, Story Kit Crush. Yes. Yes. That was smart. I'm always a fan of like getting stuff done as early as you can. You know, why not? Okay, it must be this piece, not that one. This paper is crooked, but that's okay. Whatevs. No, it is definitely crooked. Okay. Where? Are you crooked on this side? Kind of. Oh, you know what? Okay. Let's... How annoying. Sometimes the papers in those kits, the Traveler's Notebooks, they like print crooked in the book itself, you know? Okay, that'll be that. Okay, so put that there, that there. And then I need to do the same thing with the blue over here. So we're going to repeat that exact same process. I'm going to add down my journaling first so I know how much space I've got. Okay. And then we're going to put some blue on here. So I'm going to tag it here. I do really like the colors of these cards and papers and things. Oh, this is longer. But you know what? Actually, I feel like I can make that work. I can just make one cut. They're so bright and cheery, and I like it. Okay. Yeah, so we put blue there. That's the only real blue I'm going to put on here. Well, that pattern. Okay, and then I've got this red checkered card that I want to use for two. The question is, though, is one of these bigger? Okay, so let's make sure. Are they bigger? Nope, they're the same. Okay. Oh, but can I fit two on here? That's the next question. So if we go one here and two, oh yeah. Yeah, we can do this. Because I wanted two of this red, and I can use the one card to fill two spots. So make sure I got this on here correct. Yep. So we got that one. I'm actually really surprised that Aaron and the kids are home. The kids today, they went over to Alex and Caitlin's house to hang out with them in May. And then Aaron went back there over after work to go pick them up. Okay, so there are my papers and my journaling. So let's go ahead and stick some things down. I need my roller adhesive. Okay, we can do this. Okay. That, and we'll add the yellow. Oops. Okay, yellow to the top, and yellow to the bottom. Okay, red. There. Red can go down here. gonna have to go figure out some dinner for myself after this. Some kind of leftovers, probably. Wonder what we have down there. We have salmon. Yesterday, Erin made us like baked salmon with, oh, I probably should put that more in the middle. I wonder if I can adjust. Can I adjust you without? Oh yeah, we got this. He made what? Baked salmon with asparagus and that's better. The asparagus and potatoes. Oh, it's one of my favorite meals. It's so good. So good. Okay, so I think next thing I'm going to do is add my photos, and then we'll add the rest of the embellishment stuff. So I'm just going to tape and add them into their spots on here. I had a lot of pictures to work with, which is why you see little journaling and a lot more photos this time. However, I'm looking at it and I'm like, not really. I guess a lot of them were from Father's Day. And then some other random things. Like you'll see one picture is from the exotic jungle that we went to, but I have a whole like larger story page all about it. So I didn't feel like I needed a ton of information on it, or a ton of pictures, because I already have a bunch of pictures somewhere else. Father's Day, I have like one kinda-ish picture from Father's Day, because one of the larger stories I'm going to do is of Father's Day. So I didn't feel the need, again, to use up a lot of real estate with those pictures. So I have like one, so you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, Father's Day happened this week. But the rest of them are all just pictures I liked or other things we were doing. Let's see here. Oh, December Daily. Yeah, a lot of people getting ready on December Daily. We should I'm guessing we'll probably start seeing, if we haven't already, I haven't seen anything come across for sneak peeks of, or preview pictures of what's to come for December Daily this year. I assume that's going to be happening soon. But again, you know, I'm not privy to any of that anymore, so I don't really know. But I feel like last year it started in July, so maybe it'll start in August. I don't know. Maybe July was too early. Hard to say. But I bet you we'll start seeing some of that. Okay, let's see here. Lazy, you haven't had to plan. Wait, why have you not had to plan? Is somebody else planning for you, or is it just like you haven't had a need? Yes. Wait, pesto pizza. No, pesto pasta with Cajun grilled shrimp. Oh, yum. Yum, that sounds really good. Oops. Yeah, I feel you. I feel the same way. I'm super grateful that that is something that brings Aaron a lot of joy. The cooking stuff, like it just brings him joy. And he just puts headphones on and watches shows while he does it. So he's like in his happy place. I'm really grateful for it. I don't mind cooking. I don't mind it. I just feel like I got so much to do all the time that I'm like, I just can't even imagine having to dedicate another hour of my time to cooking. And so when it's up to me, I'm like, okay, we're going to have a crock pot meal, because I just don't have the bandwidth to take that on. And he's like, crock pot meals. Some of them we really like, but a lot of them just become kind of bland. And, I agree with that. But also, I just don't want to spend a lot of time cooking. So it's the lazy way for me to still have a home-cooked meal, But it inspired him to kick me out of the driver's seat. Okay, so there was a card in this collection that had these three. I think it actually had 4 of these, which were also a repeated shape for the chipboard. And so the chipboard ones I already used, and then these I was like, I kind of like the idea of using these for like little titles on here for my journaling. So one says outside, which I'm putting, and I just fussy cut them out. Actually, you know what? They were not a journaling card. It was actually part of the packaging, because now the packaging is the what is it called? Cardboard? It's not cardboard. It's like, you know, it's paper material. It's a material. It's a material. That's so specific. My brain is a little fried. It is like cardstock. There it is. It is like cardstock that they, put everything in a cardstock envelope. And at first, when I first received my package and saw that it was, no longer a plastic, nice zipper pouch, I was very not happy about that, because first Allie Edwards and now Studio Calico, and what am I supposed to do with all this? And I don't really like the paper. I just throw it away, or the cardstock. I throw it away, because what else am I supposed to do with? Well, put it in the recycling bin, because what else am I supposed to do with it? I can only use the same thing so many times. So I was not happy when I got my thing in the mail and it was cardstock. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But then when I opened it up and realized, like, hey, actually, they put stuff on the inside that you can cut out and use. Then I was like, all right, okay, Studio Calico. Okay, I forgive you, because I can cut those out and use them as die cuts. All right. And they match the kit. All right. So that's where these came from. They were just, inside of that. So, okay, there we go. Anyway, so that's where those came from. And I don't complain as much, but I still would prefer to have the plastic pouches, just because to me they are extremely reusable. They are durable. I use them for all kinds of things, not just scrapbooking things, like all kinds of things. And I'm, sad that absolutely nobody does them anymore. So, anyway. What is this? Where did you even... Oh, from the inside. Where did that even come from? Okay. I also removed backing from a lot of these because it's not sticky anyway. Do you guys notice that? That, like, Studio Calico at least has backing. It has, like, sticky backing on their chipboard, which is like, yay, because, although how much longer is that going to last? They went down the envelope bandwagon, so are they going to do it for their chipboard too? Anyway, I have found that their sticky backing is not actually sticky. And so I tore it off of these so I could move them around on a page and try things out. Anyway, so this one says summer. It's very cute. This I'm going to date stamp. This one says in my backyard, which some of this was in my backyard. So, that works. And then I just got to add a double-sided tape since I took that off. But it's okay. Lasagna and ate leftovers for lunch. Yum. I'm trying to think, what else have we had that's been really good lately? One of our favorite meals for the whole family is a pasta. It's basically a pesto pasta like you had, Brenda, but no shrimp in it. It's a vegetarian one. It has potatoes and green beans and then pesto and fettuccine. It is called tornette al pesto, and it's actually a recipe based off of the pasta they eat in the movie Luca. And so my kids and Aaron, well, I guess I must have been watching it with them too, but we were watching the movie and the kids were like, we want to try the Luca pasta. And so Aaron looked up a recipe and he made it. It is like a homemade pesto. So I feel like recently he made it, and in the kitchen downstairs he was like doing the mortar, like grinding everything together. It was super loud and I was like, oh, Aaron's down there like making some pesto. But that one's a favorite in our house. And then we bulk up the amount of homemade pesto that he makes. I say we, but it's really him. I do that all the time. I take credit for things that or I assign like responsibility to things that I believe should be somebody else's responsibility, but I soften the blow by saying it's our responsibility. Does anybody else do that? I find myself doing that all the time. Anyway, okay, now I'm just gonna stick a bunch of stickers on here, and then this one will be done. So anyway, my kids love it. It's a really good one. So if you're looking for a good pasta recipe, I recommend it. Tornette al pesto. I'll have to like stick it in something sometime for you guys. Okay, so these are all just like a bunch of little stickers, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just put a whole bunch of them on here. And the thing is, like, this might look like, I don't know, this is not randomized. I did already design this, including all of the stickers and all the embellishments and all of the things on my computer for the first time, because this was the first kit that Studio Calico did as a digital kit. I was so excited. Oh shoot, this one I meant to, you know what, I can use do I want to, do I want to risk it? Don't want to risk it, so nope, I'm gonna cut it. Anyway, so I was really excited because then I could use all of the elements in the correct sizing and all of that to make sure it would all fit, which is my preferred way of scrapbooking, so I don't, accidentally use something that I don't like, whatever. So that's very exciting. That's where this came from. Okay, so I got that one, and I got this one. Some of these I think I'm gonna go, well, not, some of these I will go back in and add in some hand journaling, just for context, because like, for example, this is a picture of my work partner, Kate, and it's a very like not flattering picture of her, but I don't care. I'm including it for me because it's a memory, where we went and met a person who we want to work with through a library. So we are down the road from a library, a local library, and they had just switched over their management to a new person. So we invited the person out for lunch or for coffee. And afterwards, when Kate went to go back in her car, she put her purse in the car with keys and closed the door, and then the car locked itself with her keys in the car. So she had no keys. And then she's like, okay, so the bad news is that this just happened, a day or two ago. Her car has some kind of issue where it keeps locking without her pushing buttons. It's just locking. She's like, I did this the other day and I got my spare keys to get it unlocked. And so my spare keys are currently also in the car with the other keys. So all of my keys are now locked in my car. And we were like, what? So I drove her home, and she had this kit that her dad had got her. That's like a break-in kit. So you can like stick this pole down inside the window and, like angle it over and push the unlock button or whatever to get in the car. And so it was just this whole big ordeal that we did. And that's that. But I didn't write about that in anything, so I'm going to just write a little note about that on here. Like fun day getting the car unlocked, or who knows. So some of these I'm going to add a little bit more context to, but I'll do that later. In the meantime, I just kind of want to throw things on here because why not? Okay, so I think that's it. So like this one too, I will put like a little, I'll put like a one word here. This one says today was blank. And then this says this right now. And I might put, I don't know, I might put a, like a, maybe I'll get like a little heart or something. Let's get a heart. They're over here. Or like something random. I bet you I have something random. Studio Calico, right? They have all these random like puffy sticker things that I never ever use because I don't really use puffy stickers. In fact, I might have put them in the donate pile because I just don't use puffies. Yeah, those are all my alphas. No, it's not you. And you're all kind of like too big. Nope, I must have put those somewhere else. Okay, but I can still do like a heart. I got plenty of them, like these. And these are brightly colored, kind of, too. So let's go with like a little, maybe I'll just do this like red heart. Why not? Because I don't really have anything I need to add there. I might just put like, today was fun. And then, you know, like, maybe just like locked out. I don't know. You know what? I should just do that now. Why not? This is too big. I want a 0.3 font. Or do I want... Yeah, I think I just want the 0.3s. Because they are skinnier. This is a good one. Okay, so this one we could say today was super. How about that? That'll take up more room. So we'll say S-U-P-E-R. Today was super. And then over here we can put locked out. Locked out. Okay, that'll trigger that memory, and then I need to date stamp it, and then that one's done. Woohoo! Oh, where is my... Ooh. Oh, it's right here. I was like, oh no, where is my stamp at? I need black somewhere. There you are. Okay, and I need the dates, which are... not the 25th. Okay, 6/12 to 6/18. Okay, so 6. No, not 6. Yes, 6. It is June here. June 12th, 2023. Yes. So we're going to do that one there to the 18th. 18. Okay. 6/12 to 6/18. Excellent. You know what? And then I have 3 chipboard too, right? That kind of works. That's like an accidental visual triangle. Happens. Okay, so I'm going to throw this one in here. Pictures. I've got, this is the zoo one, the one from the, not zoo, it's like the exotic jungle. So I've got one there. The being locked out of the car. This was Izzy's Lego camp that she did that week. So I went in there and I got to see the cool like Lego robot thing that she built. And then this was at the library, just me and Jonah. Well, Izzy was there too, but the picture is me and Jonah. Then I've got a day at Legoland. These were from like all 3 of these are technically from Father's Day. This is the only one that like has any indication of fathers. The rest of them are just the kids, but you know, playing around. I wrote about, let me see what I said here. So I said the kids were back this week because the week before this, they were at my parents' house for, you know, Nana Joe and Popeye week. So like if you go back, this is actually my Project Life week from the previous week because I had like 0 pictures. So, and by 0, I mean 4. I had 4 pictures. So I made this one for Project Life. And then I had 0 detail stories to tell because really all we did was clean. And I didn't take pictures and I didn't feel like taking pictures, so I just skipped it. So then we come here. This is the week they were back. So the kids were back this week. We had our first true week of summer vacation. I worked during the morning hours and Izzy went to a daytime camp program for Lego robotics. After picking her up, I would take the kids to after camp adventures, the exotic zoo, swim lessons, the library, Legoland, and more. It was a very fun-filled week for us. And then I said on the weekend, right? So now we've got like during the week and then weekend. So on the weekend, we spent both Saturday and Sunday with family to celebrate Father's Day. The kids and I had done some shopping earlier in the week for Aaron, getting him some new Mario PJs, retro game themed coasters, and have plans of going back to the mall to get him a One Piece themed coffee mug as well. The kids were so proud of their gift ideas, and they were. So I have that. Then this is the exotic zoo, exotic jungle layout that I had already created for Studio Calico assignment. What was that, last month? This month? Whatever. Last month, I think. And then we have the blank spot, and this is where Father's Day is going to live. So let's get that one next. And I'm going to pull up the picture on my computer. So I'm done with that one. Now we need this one. Ah, yes. Okay, so, oh, I think I forgot to print a picture. So I'm also going to print a picture. Oh yeah, totally forgot that. Okay, so I need to print a picture out. And then we can get everything else on here. Ooh, Thai curry, yum. You guys and all your food talk, yum. It honks when you forget to turn it off. That's so funny, I like that. You know what is like really crazy to me, and I just don't even know how to feel about it, is that the newer cars, and you guys probably all know this, but I found out about this like at the beginning of this month. It tells you how much I know about cars or the car industry or anything like that. But newer cars, when you stop, like when you're driving and you stop, the engine turns off, right? And then when you like start driving again, it like turns itself back on. And that to me, my mom was telling me about it, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that's kind of, I don't know. Is that going to hurt engines over time? Like, that they have to keep turning off and turning back on? That doesn't sound good. Like, if you have a computer and you're constantly turning it off and back on, it's not good for the computer. Like, it's just not good for technology. I don't know. Anyway, it blew my mind, and I was like, My mom's like, all new cars have that. And I was like, Well, I don't intend on getting a new car anytime soon, meaning like not that we don't intend to buy a car that would be new to us, but it will likely be used and not new because, you know, affordability and all that fun stuff. I don't know. And maybe new cars are more affordable. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to quickly print a photo that I forgot to print, because this layout will not be complete without it. Oh. And whoops, might as well, my printer's right here. So, nope, wrong button. Okay, so I need to open this. Wait, are you this one then? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was just me being silly. So I need you to be a 4x6 landscape. Okay. Oh wait. And you need to be photo paper glossy plus. Okay. And print. Okay. That's gonna print out, and then we can put that in here. Okay. So for Father's Day, I am using an older Studio Calico kit. That I don't remember the name of, but this one was from June. This was the June one. So whatever it was called in June, that's what we're using. All right, and I need to say yes, okay. Please go for it. Okay, and then I've got 3 different papers from the Traveler's Notebook, right? I liked these ones because these like mauve purpley tones really work well with my dad's pink shirt and Aaron's like red shirt and Izzy's red hair. That works out really nicely. And then this one totally makes me think of dad's because it's, it's plaid, or it's not plaid. It's not plaid, right? Plaid has more lines than that. Check. It's not check, because check is filled in. Grid, it's a grid. It's a grid. So it has this grid that I was like, okay, I like that. We got what tag, I've got journaling, and then I have the word celebrate with all these like big letters. So I want to use these to create a little title card. Ooh, do I have enough of this to make a 6x4? If I do, I'm going to use that, because I'm not going to use it for anything else. So let's find out. Can I cut you down to a 6x4? I'm pretty sure I can. Yes. Why, yes, I can. Okay, so we'll go there. You are evenly cut, but you are not. So, and then 4 inches. Okay. Cool. It's either like that or white. Okay, so we've got that. And then the hardest part of this is going to be assembling the word celebrate. So we're going to go C. Well, you know what? Yes. Yes. Yes, we're not going to say it. Okay. So C, E. And the only way I can make this work is by staggering them, because I did kind of C, E, L. L. Whoop. E. E. R. I think I'll be able to spread these out a little bit more. Oh wait, A. Yeah, and then a T. And an E. Or I might have just like nailed it. I think I just nailed it. Okay. Well, that's great. I wonder if I could do it without staggering it. If I could make that work. I think I probably could. I think I could, because I can squish these over a little bit more. I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go backwards and go with the E first. These are going to go inside of a pocket. So I don't have to be like too concerned about everything being super duper stuck down on the page, right? Because the pocket's going to help hold everything steady. So I'm just going to add a couple like sections, but not worry about making sure every little inch of it is covered in tape. One tip I have when you are layering letters like this is I generally like to put the rightmost letters on the very bottom. That it's easier to read something when the consecutive letters are layered on top of. Versus like if I put the C behind the E, it's really hard to tell that is a C. It could be an O, you know, it could be a Q. So I generally like to put my letters where the left is the most on top and the right is the most on the bottom. I find that easier to read. Can you guys hear them like laughing and giggling in there? So cute. Okay, so we'll do the A, then R. Terry, you guys have one? Oh, there's a button you can turn that off? Okay, see, I would turn it off. Because it's like, it's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Get back in the back. Uh-oh. Whoa, they're getting in trouble. Having too much fun in there, apparently. Anyway, yeah, the whole like idle, turning off, turning on, I'm like, I don't know. But maybe we'll find out that it's actually really good for vehicles. Who knows? Who knows? They all have their problems, right? But yeah, it's funny. And I'm glad to know that you can turn it off. Okay. I feel like that R is just huge. But, you know, It's not actually. Okay, so we're no. See, like, and I feel like they need to scooch over, so I'm gonna do that. And this is why I prefer to not use a ton of tape, because it makes it easier to move things if I need to. So we'll move this one more over. We'll move this one more over. And this one. Okay. Gives me a little bit more room. Okay. So I'm listening to this book right now that is really, I think it's really good. Apparently, like on Goodreads and on like Storygraph, the two like apps that I use to track all my things, it only got like 3-ish stars, 3.5 stars, which maybe the ending's going to be really bad and then I'll be sad about it. But I really like it. I think that it's the genre that they put it in is a gothic, they call it gothic fiction or gothic magical realism, or what else did it say? Gothic historical fiction. And nowhere in it does it say, and like in the review, not reviews, but in like the stats of the book, nowhere does it say anything about like mystery or like suspense or anything like that. But it is like it does have, it's not like horror, but it is a little spooky, and which I did not expect when I started listening to it, and I really like it. I think I just really like gothic genre books. I don't know, because this is my third one that I've read, and I really enjoy the genre. It's called The Last Heir of Blackwood Library, and it's about this woman in the, oh gosh, like right after World War One, I think. Was that World War One? I'm trying to think of the year, because I think it's the 1920s. She was born in like 1904, right? So then by the time she's as old as she is, it's like the late 1920s. So maybe that's World War Two. I think that's World War II, right? Because it was like, which one? One of them happened right around the Great Depression, and the Great Depression was in the 1930s. So I'm like, was it one or was it two? Anyway, you guys will probably know. Anyway, so it's this woman who's like a single woman, and she inherits this estate in Yorkshire, England. And the house that she inherits is like this, it's not really in disrepair, but it's not like super homey, it's a little bit spooky, and it has this amazing library, and she's obsessed with reading and all these things. And the library has like a sinister thing about it, and so it's really good. It's really good. So I'm like 75% of the way through the book, and I'm just dying to know what happens, because of course it's super dramatic at this point. But I'll have to tell you if it has a good ending, because I don't know why people only gave it 3.5 stars. I really, really like it. So maybe it just has a really bad ending. Cross your fingers for me that that's not the case. I'll be very disappointed. Okay. There we go. Got it. So this I wanted to put on here, but it kind of like is like, do I need to? Because then it's just like that on top of that, and it's like grid on top of grid. Or I could just stick this right here into the middle and call it a day. I think I'm going to do that. Like it doesn't need this, but maybe I can find some kind of embellishment on here, because that was unexpected, right? I didn't know I was going to have this. Okay, so we've got the Celebrate title. I can also date stamp right there too. That'll be good. And then this I'm going to cut apart, and it's just going to be the two pictures right here. So actually, I'll just do that right now. Cut that apart. Pieces. Okay, did anyone do pieces kit? And would you use a photo of yourself when it was the most confusing time? Would you use a photo of yourself? Okay, so Lacey, to the question of pieces. Yes, I have used pieces. I crushed pieces. I don't know if I did process videos for them all. I can't remember. But I did crush the kit, and there should be somewhere on my Instagram account a collaboration. I think I did like where you could swipe and see all of the different layouts I made, or I might have put it on as like a blog post, or it's somewhere. Somewhere there's a whole bunch of layouts using pieces. Pieces is one of my favorite kits I've ever used. I really, really, really loved the Pieces story kit. So yes. And then also to your second question, also, yes. I have a layout of, I'm trying to remember what the picture was. And I don't even remember what what album it's in. It's in one of my story albums somewhere, but it was after a really tough moment with a friend, or a tough time with a friend. And I just needed somewhere to vent. And I had a slew of products that was like, you know, it was like one of those like tough times kits, or, you know, like, you know, right now sucks kind of kits. And so I used that to document a story that I just vented. I just like word vomited all over a layout. And I never shared it because to me that's it's a personal thing, and you know, I don't need that friend eventually finding it and then it causes, you know, more issues or whatever. So I never shared it anywhere, but I did do it. It was very cathartic. And I did use a picture that was, the general emotion was that of being upset, you know, pretty upset. So yes. Yes. And sometimes what's kind of nice about that, so like, let's say you're going to tell a story and the story is like it's a tough story. You just need a word vomit. You just need to like, blah, put it all out there and, you know, put it in an album. Sometimes you just need to write it down and put it nowhere. But sometimes, you know, like I chose to put that in an album because I wanted, if my kid, and I didn't like, it wasn't inappropriate. Like I wasn't, you know, like being inappropriate in the things that I wrote. I just wrote about like, basically it's French. Oh man, I just punched it on the wrong side. Well, oh well. Anyway, it was a friendship ending kind of a story, and I wanted it to be present in my scrapbooks in the case that either of my children go through that experience, as they most likely will, because who hasn't experienced friendship loss, you know? So I wanted them to see that and to be like, you know what, you're not alone, like, and it's okay to feel that pain. Now what to do here? You know what, let's see what washi tapes I have. What do I have that I can put there to make that look not, you know, not bad? I could use, I have this. I have like craft. I could put some craft on there. Oopsie daisies. Well, that's probably my best solution. So let's do that. Let's do some craft paper here. Okay. We're just gonna like cut this here. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Brenda, what point are you at with Sea of Tranquility? Because, okay, so the book, I feel like there are, I can't remember how many chapters, maybe like 7 chapters or 8 chapters. There's like, because it starts with the story in the like 1800s, right? And then it like progresses and, okay. So when you get to where you start to revisit the sections, because there's like the hopefully I put that on there kind of straight. Anyway, there's like the sections where they talk about characters. I am just, you guys, I am not sound of mind. When it starts to circle back and you revisit the different times and the different people, and realize like how it's all interconnected, I feel like it gets better. Like that's when it starts to make sense and it gets better. But the first, like going through each of the sections is kind of like, okay, like, okay, when's this gonna get interesting? And then it does. But it could just be a style of not everything is going to sit with everybody. So it could just be a style of writing or an author that maybe isn't as intriguing. It could be, if you're listening to it, it could even be the audio person's voice. I read it paper copy. I didn't listen to it, but it could be that. There's a whole slew of factors. But it's possible that it just might not be a book that you super enjoy, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, what do I want to do here? Oh, I wanted to put Happy Father's Day. Oh, look at, and then this kind of like what do I want to do here? I could like do that and then do like this. Okay, we're just gonna stick a bunch of these on here, and this might look real dumb, but what else am I gonna do with all this? Can I like oops, that's crooked. Oh well. We can do like this pink one. Oops. Okay, well, that is now stuck. Maybe, does this fit on here anywhere? Whatever. Let's just do it. Why not? What else am I going to do with that? Okay. And then the strawberry one I probably will never use. So, what do I want to do here? I thought maybe I could date stamp. Maybe I'll just date stamp it. It's just kind of plain. I feel like it needs something right here. Why did I? Oh no, I have a little piece of this. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Yes, and this will make this, make sense. Like it was on purpose. Maybe. Oops. Well, that's okay. Okay, so we'll do that, and then this is gonna go across the page here, because why not? Yeah, okay, maybe I'll do it a little off and then we'll just fold it. Just fold it over. So we'll do this. I'm gonna fold that over. Haha, then the craft makes sense. Okay, and these I stuck off the page because I'm just gonna trim them down. Like so. Okay. I'm laughing at my kids. Oh, I was going to put these on here too. I was going to make like triangles. Oh, and I didn't do that. Instead, I still kind of like that though. What are the chances that I could get those circles back off the photo paper? Probably not good. Probably bad. But also I don't need to have that. So maybe we'll just not do that. Save a little bit of extra work that is not necessary. You know, and call that good. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And then it was Father's Day. And Father's Day would have been the 19th, right? Let's find out. 18th. It would have been the 18th. Okay. Okay, chapter 4 of the first section of the 1912 time. Okay, Brenda, it will pick up. It'll pick up. The next section takes place in like present time, and then the one after that takes place in like the future, like a long time from now, and that one's really interesting. And then the one after that is like even farther in the future, and then it's like that's super interesting too, just like the world building that goes on. But then everything like ties together, and it's really interesting. So and again, you might still not like it, and that's totally fine. I do not expect everybody to like every book. That's why we pick different genres, is just to push ourselves out of our comfort zones and give different things a try, because maybe we do like them, and also maybe we don't, and we learn something about ourselves. So it'll get better, I hope. I'm hoping that you will enjoy it soon. Okay, so I'm sticking these in here so that we can call this page done. What time is it? 8:20. Okay, we got time. Got some time left. I probably should have trimmed that down a little bit more. Oh well. And then this one's gonna go here, just because it pokes up a little. I wonder if I can trim like a tiny bit off the bottom. Oh yeah, I can, and not hurt anything. I'm gonna use this other one though, because this one gives it a cleaner chop, and I like that. So we're gonna. That's not gonna be enough. Okay, I think that'll be enough. Let's try it. So I don't want this like wonky paper to poke out. Oh yeah, it's all better. Okay, yay. And then this one. So, which is a little too. That might not have been enough. We'll find out. No, it's still too fat. Okay. So let's try that. And then that, and that should be good now. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay, so in you go. In you go. Okay, yay. So there's my Father's Day layout. For this one, I just have a little tiny bit of journaling because, again, you know, it wasn't like I had a little bit here. This, I talked about the presents that the kids got. This one I said we were lucky to be able to spend Father's Day weekend with all of the dads in our lives. Saturday was dedicated to the Idunate family. Father's Day brunch in the morning with Alex, Caitlin, May, and Tito Kiki with a tostada dinner in the evening. Sunday was our day with the Shaw and Schmitter family, a dinner hosted at our house, and then an evening at the park with ice cream for dessert. It was a great weekend, and we truly enjoyed all of the time with our family. So that's Father's Day. And then this right here is where we're going to build in the next Project Life spread. And I already have the two stories done. So one about the splash pad and one about going to the beach. So all that this week needs is just the Project Life. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and pull over. And we'll get to work on that one. And I also need the picture, so I know what I'm doing. I don't need you anymore. And I just need you. And this one, again, I'm using that same, I think, Keep On Shining kit from Studio Calico. So the same one I used before. Putting these places, and I don't know where I'm putting them. Oh, right here. Okay. The empty things. Let's clear some of this off. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to clear some things off because clutter, can't deal. Zero chill. All right, so these I just need to put back. This I'm going to keep out because who knows, maybe I'll make another lovely mistake. And then these I might want, so I'll keep those over there. The rest of this can go here. The rest of this is just garbage. Okay. Boop. Okay. And this can go over here. I also have finished reading the next book, the book that's for September, just because I knew that, you know, I try to read things ahead of time because I have to do the questions, and I just want to make sure that I have the book read when it's time to do book club, because there's nothing worse than when you host a book club and you're like, oh, also I forgot to read the book. I just didn't have time. So I read them ahead of time. So I also just finished the book Thief, which was so good. And now I want to watch the movie. I think one of these days when it's just Aaron and I think I want to do that. Just like sit down and have him watch it with me, because he's not going to read it. But it was very good, that book. I really liked that one. And then the book after that, which is our October book, is a book I've already read a couple years ago. And it's likely an author that none of you have ever read before. And the book was amazing. Again, you know, and it could be a genre. Just because I think it's amazing doesn't mean that it's, you know, gonna float everybody's boat. But I was super excited for the chance to, quote unquote, force a lot of people to read the book because it's so good. And that one is They Mostly Come Out at Night. It's so good. It is not like a horror book. It's, you know, it's just really good. Hard to explain. It's a folklore kind of a book. It's just so good, like a Grimm fairy tales, you know. Oh man, I can't wait. So I'm going to reread that one soon because I want to have it fresh in my mind, you know. It's been a couple years. Okay, so I got that. I probably should have. Well, it's still going to be fine. Okay, so this one, I love this card. It just says like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Over and over and over again. Now, because this is going to intersect on the one side, I want it to do it on both sides. So I'm going to trim a little bit off so it looks like it's going off the edge. And then it matches, you know, the top and the bottom and the right side, essentially. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to go, it's so close to just being spot on there. Okay. So I think I'll do this side first. And then we'll do the next one. Brenda, you've read it before? I'm shocked that you've read that book, that you've read They Mostly Come Out at Night. I'm shocked. Most people have never, ever heard of them before. So that's very exciting. And yes, it's so good. I love that. I think long book too, you're talking, are you talking Book Thief for the long book? Because yeah, that one was long. Book Thief was a really long book. So good. So good. But yes, long. Oh my gosh, they're so loud in there. I can't believe they're still taking a bath. They've been in there for like an hour. Okay, these are all the same size. I'm just going to do 2 of these. Okay, and that one. And that one. Okay. And these are going to go here. So for this side over here, I'm going to use a mix of paper and photos. Now this right here was also part of that packaging that I cut up into like things that I could use, 2x2-ish, that I could use on here. So they're just like bonus cards, you know? Yay. Okay. Oops. So like a little bit off of there, a little bit off of here. That one's gonna go there, and then this one also. Okay. So we got those two, we got these two, and then I have one other pattern, which is one of the papers, this blue paper that I want to put here. I wonder if I can get both of them out of this one strip. That'd be kind of nice. And again, it is crooked. It kills me. I wonder if I can like... Okay, let's do that first. And then we're going to ignore that. We're going to do this one next. Because how annoying. Okay, nope, I cut it a little crooked. Urgh, darn it. Will you work still? Ah, yeah, you will. You'll be fine, right? Oh no, I made you to be this way. Oh, but you work this way, so, okay. And then I can do this. And I should be able to make that work. Although, I guess we'll see. Just need like a tiny bit. Okay, I think this will work. Find out. Okay, so then you go there. You go there. Okay, so there's my papers and cards. Any other paper I need? Yes, one more. And that is going to be this one, the stripe page, which I'm going to put down here. So I need to trim this here. Okay, that can be salvaged. And then, once again, I just need to stick my journaling here so I can figure out how much space I'm gonna need. So I'm just gonna make this a title kind of header piece again. So we'll put this here. Oh no. Okay, I got that out. And then this piece we're gonna have right here. Okay. And then it's just sticking things down and embellishing. Woohoo. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Go that there. And we'll just put it all down. Okay. It is both of them, Mallory. They are both. You know what's funny though is it's hard to say who is the louder one of my two kids. Probably Jonah is the louder one. And ironically, he really, really hates loud noises. Like, he cannot stand loud noises. And it always makes me laugh because I'm like, kid, you are the loudest. Like, you're so loud all the time. You hurt my ears, you know. But no, he's very loud. But she is too. She can rival him. So it's the two. Combined, they just get wild. When they're mad at each other too, it's like, oh my god. Somebody please send help. They're so loud and they're just screaming at each other. We went to the library on Tuesday and did an event there. They did an event that was making toys for cats and dogs. And you got to like bring them home and stuff. It's super cute. So we went and did the event and that was really fun. And then I was like, oh, you know, go ahead and play in the kid area because we have time and, you know, whatever. So I let them go play in there and it's jam-packed, tons of kids, tons of families. And then Jonah was working on like a train set thing. And did I already stick those? I did. Okay. He was working on this train thing and wanted some help. Like he couldn't get something to work. He couldn't put something on it or I don't know. He was having an issue. And I had brought my budget book because I've been working on getting my budget back on track because I failed at keeping my budget updated for like 2.5 months. It's basically, once I started this new job, it just like fell off. So I've been working on that like for days and days. And so I brought that with me to the library to try and finish some of it up. And I was in the middle of doing some calculations and I was like, listen, go get the thing that you're having trouble with and bring it over here and I'll help you. Like, cause I'm working on something, you know, but if you bring it over here, I'll help you with it. And so he went back to get it. And then Izzy had, you know, saw that he was struggling. So she went to help him and then didn't understand that he was trying to bring it to me so I could help him. So he's like tearing it out of her hands. She's trying to help. It's this whole big thing. She gets frustrated. He gets frustrated. And then all of a sudden, he just screams bloody murder at the top of his lungs. And the entire library with all the kids and all the parents and all the, you know, everybody who's there, and it's packed, goes like deathly silent. Like it is just like quiet as my kid screams at his sister. And then in the quietness, he like stands up and raises his hand like he's going to smack her in the face. In the meantime, you know, I'm like already embarrassed because this is just poor behavior. So I get up, I see him like reach his hand back like he's going to hit her. And I'm just like, ah, you know, ah, you know, and then he stops. So he doesn't do it. And then I go up to him and, you know, everybody's watching me while I do this to see how I'm going to react to my child misbehaving. And I just calmly tell him, I think we need to just go sit down and take a break. You know, there's a lot going on here. I think we just need to go sit down. Let's go take a break. Let's take a rest. And then we'll talk about this, but let's go take a rest. And I pick him up to go take a rest or whatever, you know, go sit down. And he full on melts down, like screaming, trying to get away from me, hitting, like crying. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, we're leaving. Like, time to go. Izzy, come on, time to go. Anyway, my whole point in that is just that he is like ridiculously loud at all times, but especially when he's mad. You know it. So that's going to be fun for school and stuff. It's going to be a great time, but hopefully he won't do that. We're just going to hope for the best. We've done the best we can. Okay, so there is the general landscape here. Now, I've got some fun things. So like this one, this little chipboard piece says like fun, and it's super cute. This week, we also had a lot going on, like a lot. So I've got, we went over to my mom's house and the kids were like showing me how they could ride their bikes because they have bikes there. And then blowing bubbles. I have a super cool picture of Izzy blowing bubbles. I had taken the kids to the park to go scootering because they have scooters and Izzy doesn't like it. She threw a tantrum. Jonah, you know, kind of, he has the hang of it, so he'll do it, but it's, you know, so fun. So fun, you know. Anyway, hashtag parenthood. So, picture of him with the scooter. Then I took them to the splash pad one day. This is also at the park. This was the library event for that week. We went to this like bouncy house. We went and did bowling. We went to the beach. Like we just had like a jam-packed week. And I could have done a lot more journaling than I did on this layout, but honestly, I was just kind of like, meh. Oh my God. That's Jonah. That's absolutely him. So I was like, I could do more journaling, but I don't feel like it. So I just did like almost like a great, okay, hold on. Hey, you're a little too loud, buddy. You're a little too loud. Again? When? Again? Where? What the heck? Huh. All right. Well, we'll talk about that again in a moment. I'm still on live.
You just thought it would be quiet?
Yeah. He's like screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay, so apparently one of our cats has decided that Jonah's room is his new bathroom. Deep sighs. Oh, why? So I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's fun. Why? Okay. That's weird. You know what? I'm wondering. Did a cat get locked in there last night? Because Jonah got up this morning and opened his own door. I'll bet you that's what happened. I'll bet you a cat got stuck in there. Because I laid with him, but I didn't check. So that might have been my fault.
So I'm gonna meet a cat for no reason.
I think that's what happened.
I'm meeting a cat for no reason. I should be mean to you instead.
You should still be mean to them. Okay. All right. Sorry, friends. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh man. So when our kids go to bed at night, we close the doors and the cats like to come in when we're in there. I think a cat got locked in all night long. That's the only thing that makes sense. Gosh darn it. Oh, all right. Okay. Never a dull moment, friends. Never a dull moment. And this is after like say over the I feel like on Saturday we had a peed bed incident. On I feel like there was another day. It was, I think Monday. I think Saturday we had a peed bed incident. Maybe Monday we had a peed bed incident. I think yes. And then today we had a cat pooped in the bed incident. But then Erin just realized that it was more than just the one spot. And I did not realize that this morning when I was trying to get out of here to go to work and had to take care of the other spot. I didn't realize that. So Gosh darn it. Ugh. Don't have animals. Just a disaster. Okay. Ugh. So, fun times. That's real life, right? Real life. There we go. So I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to have to go wash everything. Okay, there's that. So these, I'm just adding some of these in here, and I think maybe what I'll do is stamp a title into some of them, or add some stamps into these. I'm gonna use the other sheet because these come with more than one, so you can add more than, I can use them more than one time, which is kind of nice. So I got that one. I'm gonna do a big old yellow down here. And these at some point later, not tonight, because the wind in my sails is a little depleted right now. So I will stamp in these later and get that handled. But yeah, that was my plan, was to just kind of stick these in here and then, come on. All right. Okay, so I think that's everything. So I'm going to stamp in my dates on my title here, and then the rest of these can just go into stash. And then this is the 19th to the 25th. I feel like now we're going to have to kick them out of that room. Like, they're not going to be allowed to go in that room for a while. 'Cause sometimes once they do it once, then they don't stop, So, Okay. Okay, so 19 to, what did I say, 25th? 25th, yes, 25. 25 June. Okay. Well, that impression didn't work, but luckily sometimes these can fill in the blanks and you just don't even know. There we go, 25. Okay, so that's that. That is this layout. And I think I'm just gonna leave it at this. And it's really cute. I like those bright colors. I really like the pops of black and white. It's one of my favorite treatments, or one of my favorite color combos, is to just have the bright black and white on there sometimes. Okay, so let's stick this in the book, and then we will call tonight a night, because my lord, it is quite a night. What a night. Oh. Okay, there's that. There's that. I never thought I was going to use these cherries, but they just are cute. So I was like, whatever. I'll throw them out there, because why not? Okay, so we've got Project Life layout one. So this one and then this one are made with the same exact kit. So it's all the same. And actually, this that we did, this was a different one. This was the previous month. This is June's kit. These were July. So, super cute. I really liked the way that turned out. And then Father's Day, and then another week of Project Life, and then these, go with this. This is the same kit also, and this is the same kit also, which is really interesting that there's like these pastel types of colors included in that same kit, And then I've got, basically I need to do one more Project Life, and then I have this week, or this is the one that we did for a scrap lift challenge, and then that's pretty much the end of June. But that'll have to be another day. Another dime, another day. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to go have myself a great night. I hope that you all have a great night too. And I will see you, what is today? Thursday. So I will see you next week on Monday which is the last day of July. It is still July. So, last day of July. Crazy. That's all I got. All right. So, have a good evening. See you all later. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.